You probably think your daily hygiene routine is perfectly normal. But in Japan, some of the things you do every day would make people quietly uncomfortable. The surprising part is that most Westerners never realize these habits could be unhygienic. In fact, the cleaner you believe you are, the more likely you are making at least a few of these mistakes. This is the story of a young man who always believed he was a clean and careful person, but after moving to Japan, he discovered that many of his everyday habits were considered surprisingly unhygienic. He uncovered 6 simple habits that completely changed the way he looked at hygiene, and the most surprising part was that modern science backed many of them. Stay until the end, because habit number 4 is the hardest to believe, and habit number 6 may be the one you never look at the same way again. There is one important thing to understand. Japan's approach to hygiene is not about being obsessed with cleanliness or following strict traditions. It is about preventing germs before they become a problem. That simple difference plays a small part in keeping Japan one of the healthiest countries in the world. The first habit begins the moment you step through your front door. In many Western homes, walking inside with outdoor shoes feels completely normal. After all, they do not look dirty, but think about where those shoes have been. A gas station floor, a public restroom, a hospital corridor, crowded sidewalks and parking lots. Every step picks up bacteria, chemicals, and dirt that you cannot see. Now imagine bringing all of that into the same place where children play, where pets sleep, where you walk barefoot, and where you sit on the floor to relax. Scientists have found that the soles of shoes can carry hundreds of thousands of bacteria, and most of those bacteria transfer to indoor floors with the very first step. This is why Japanese homes have a Genkan, a small entryway that separates the outside world from the living space inside. Shoes come off before crossing that boundary. Not because it is a tradition, but because it prevents dirt and germs from entering the home in the first place. It is a simple habit that takes only a few seconds, yet it keeps the place you live noticeably cleaner without any extra effort. Sometimes, staying clean is not about cleaning more, it is about stopping the mess before it enters your home. The second habit happens in one of the cleanest rooms in your home, your bathroom. Most people believe the job is done once they flush the toilet and wash their hands, but there is something happening every single time you press that flush button that very few people ever think about. When a toilet is flushed with the lid open, it creates what scientists call an aerosol plume. Tiny droplets carrying bacteria and microscopic particles shoot into the air and spread throughout the bathroom within seconds. They can settle on your sink, towels, countertops, and even your toothbrush. It is invisible, which is exactly why most people never notice it. In Japan, closing the toilet lid before flushing is a simple habit that is taught from an early age. Research has shown that this can significantly reduce the amount of bacteria that spreads onto nearby surfaces. Many Japanese households also keep toothbrushes inside a cabinet or covered holder instead of leaving them exposed on the counter. These changes take only a few seconds, but they greatly reduce the number of germs that end up on the very items you use to keep yourself clean. Sometimes, good hygiene is not about doing something extra, it is simply about changing the order of one small action. The third habit is something many people think of as the perfect way to relax, taking a warm bath. In most Western homes, the bath is where you wash yourself. You fill the tub, get in, and clean your body while sitting in the same water. As dirt, sweat, and soap wash away, they stay in the tub with you until the water is drained. In Japan, the process is completely different. Before anyone steps into the bath, they wash and rinse their entire body outside the tub, usually with a handheld shower. Only after they are completely clean do they enter the hot bath. That means the bath water stays clean throughout the soak. This is not only more hygienic, it also makes the bath far more relaxing. Instead of sitting in water that is carrying away dirt and soap, you are soaking in clean, warm water designed purely for rest and recovery. Research has shown that soaking in clean, warm water can help reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep quality. The fourth habit is the one most people are convinced they already do correctly: washing their hands. Ask almost anyone if they wash their hands, and the answer will be yes. But the real question is, for how long? Studies have found that the average person washes their hands for only a few seconds, but health experts recommend at least 20 seconds of scrubbing with soap to effectively remove the bacteria and viruses that commonly spread illness. Even more surprising, research has shown that only a small percentage of people wash their hands long enough to clean them properly. In Japan, hand washing is taught as a skill, not just a habit. Children learn to clean every part of their hands, their palms, the backs of their hands, between their fingers, around their thumbs, and under their fingertips. The entire process takes about 20 to 30 seconds. It sounds like a small difference, but those extra seconds can make a significant difference in removing harmful germs. The next time you wash your hands, do not rush. Count to 20. Clean every part of your hands, not just the palms. The fifth habit is not about what you do at home. It is about what you do in public. In many Western countries, blowing your nose loudly in public is completely normal. Whether you are at a restaurant, on a train, or in a meeting, most people do not think twice about it. In Japan, however, it is considered unhygienic and is generally avoided. The reason is not just about manners, it is about hygiene. When you blow your nose forcefully, you create high pressure inside your nasal passages. Research suggests that this pressure can push mucus deeper into the sinuses, and tiny droplets can also spread into the surrounding air, even when you use a tissue. That is why many people in Japan quietly sniff until they can excuse themselves to a private place. If they need to blow their nose, they do it away from others, where any germs are less likely to spread. Sometimes, good hygiene is not only about protecting yourself, it is also about protecting everyone else. The fifth habit is found in the kitchen, and it is something millions of people do because they believe it makes food safer. Before cooking raw chicken, many people rinse it under running water. It feels like the clean thing to do, but according to food safety experts, it actually does the opposite. Raw chicken can carry bacteria such as Salmonella and Campylobacter. When you rinse it under the tap, tiny droplets of contaminated water splash onto your sink, countertops, cutting boards, nearby utensils, and even your clothes. Instead of washing the bacteria away, you spread them around your kitchen. That is why in Japan, raw chicken is not washed before cooking. It goes straight into the pan or oven because heat, not water, is what kills harmful bacteria. If there is excess moisture on the chicken, simply pat it dry with a paper towel, throw the towel away immediately, wash your hands, and cook the chicken to the proper internal temperature. It may feel strange at first, but sometimes the habit that seems cleaner is actually the one that increases the risk of contamination. In the kitchen, the safest habit is often the simplest one. None of the 6 habits require expensive products, special equipment, or a complete lifestyle change. They are simply small choices, repeated every day. Japan's approach to hygiene is not about being perfect. It is about preventing problems before they happen. Instead of cleaning up after germs spread, these habits help stop them from spreading in the first place. The truth is, being clean is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about doing one simple thing differently. So tonight, ask yourself one question. Which of these 6 habits surprised you the most? Share your answer in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone who takes pride in being clean. They might discover that one small habit can make a bigger difference than they ever imagined. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.